Hi there. I received a question on the marketplace regarding performance of the utility AI system. So this is the fifth video that I'm making for this, and I'm going to show some basic performance things on it and have some fun in the process. And then hopefully towards the end of the video, I'll give some uh, tips and so forth. So to start, what we're going to do on the same project that we've been using is I'm just going to add in an FPS counter here, and to do that just click on here this little hamburger icon and click on show FPS, and here I can see it's running at 120 frames per second. And while we're at this, I'm also going to set on the editor preferences under, I believe it's under performance, and show frame rate and memory, so we can actually see it up here on the editor itself. Just one thing, at the time of the original recordings from the when I created it, the asset wasn't published. It is now published, and just to show you briefly, when it comes over here as an asset, and it actually comes part of your project itself. So it's not a plugin; it's the actual asset files and everything that complement your project. So to start, so we've added in now the frame rate, and if I press play, here we can see the frame rate is pretty stable, and the solution in itself is extremely lightweight. Now, at the moment, there's only two NPCs, and what I'm going to do is just add in a whole bunch of them. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how that goes. And in here, we're still 120 frames per second, and we can actually jump up here. You can see our character running around here. So far, so good. Let's let's add some more to this. So click on Control, add some more, and let's see. Duplicate that. Let's add another 3 there. And let's duplicate that. Let's add another 3 here. So what's that? 10, 11. And why not? We can just keep going for it, you know. So there's actually quite a few here now. And yep, let's hit play. And you can see that yes, there is a slight frame drop, but it is fairly performant, you know. And if I think of my use case of this is, you know, at any one stage in my games that I make, I normally only have like 5 or 6 NPCs running around at any one time. But here you can see in this model, it's fairly straightforward, and the system seems to be holding on quite nicely for it. However, just some considerations and some points here just to show you. So coming back to the NPC action, so we have an action and we have 2 actions, and some considerations that are in here. Now, based on the complexity of what you consider will impact your frame rate, and as well as the number of considerations you tend to have for a particular player, will also impact your performance that you have. So it's important to monitor that. The actual utility AI system in itself is extremely lightweight, and if I go in and just to show you a little bit more about it, so under tasks, there is a special task that is used here called decide best action. And if I open this up, there is a function here where it is actually calculating all the considerations. And if you have many considerations, if it if the consideration score reaches 0, then it will exit out. And I fully documented inside here exactly how this actually works to, end up in a, so that the system doesn't end up in a situation where it's doing unnecessary loops in the process. What else? Yeah. So that is the main part of this. There is, many NPCs in here. Let's see, have a look at what is the spec of my machine that I'm actually running on here. So let's have a quick look at that. And it is a fairly straightforward machine, just an i9 3.7, and yeah, small amount of memory, as well as a GTX 3070. So the machine itself, I believe, is not top of the range. However, it's good enough for my needs. So you can see as soon as we have 10 and 12, roughly 20, you will start getting a frame rate hit on the performance, as well as depending on the complexity of your considerations and your actions that you apply will actually have an impact on the performance of the system. So I hope this helps. It's honest feedback. Once again, if you want to get into the dark arts and onto the more C++ side of things, every component, every blueprint is fully documented, and you can also use the C++ header tool, which will give you the documentations and increasing the number of actions. So will give you an idea when you want to take these tasks and actions and actually build them into your own C++ project if you want to squeeze out even more performance from the system. Thank you for your time, and I wish you a pleasant experience and happy development.